Good morning everyone. How are you all? I hope you are all well and good. A very warm welcome from Sheba Group of Schools online class. Yes children, now we are going to see the English grammar. So take your English grammar book children. Yes children, now we are going to see kinds of sentences. So the lesson 1 is kinds of sentences. Sentences அப்படினா என்ன சொல்றோம்? ஒரு வாக்கியம் அப்படி சொல்றோம். வாக்கியங்கள் sentences அப்படினா. So group of words that makes complete sense is called a sentence. Group of words இதுதான் ஒரு வேர்டு, இது ஒரு வேர்டு, இது ஒரு வேர்டு, கரெக்ட்டுங்களா? ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி வேர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே ஒன்று சேர்ந்து கம்ப்ளீட் சென்ஸ், ஒரு அர்த்தமுள்ள வாக்கியமாக கொண்டு வரது தான் சென்டென்ஸ். ஸோ மீனிங்ஃபுல் வேர்ட்ஸ். ஸோ குரூப் ஆஃப் வேர்ட்ஸ் ஒன்றா சேர்ந்து அது என்ன ஒரு மீனிங்ஃபுல் சென்டென்ஸாக கொண்டு வரது தான் சென்டென்ஸ். ஒரு மீனிங்ஃபுல் வார்த்தைகளாக ஒரு வேர்டிங்காக கொண்டு வரது தான் என்ன சொல்கிறோம்? சென்டென்ஸ். குரூப் ஆஃப் வேர்ட்ஸ் that makes complete sense is called a sentence. So complete sense is called a sentence. Group of words make a complete sentence. Group of words make a complete sentences. So there are 4 types of sentences. How many types? There are 4 types of sentences. They are assertive or declarative sentences. ஒன்று assertive சொல்லுவோம், அப்படி இல்லைன்னா declarative sentence அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். Imperative sentences, interrogative sentences, exclamatory sentences. So there are how many types of sentences? There are 4 types of sentences. They are assertive or declarative sentences, imperative sentences, interrogative sentences, exclamatory sentences. So here assertive or declarative sentences means, assertive அப்படின்னா ஒரு sentence, a statement of state or fact டிக்ளேர் பண்ணுறது இதுதான் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு சென்டென்ஸை அழகாக மேக் பண்ணி ஃபுல் ஸ்டாப்போட முடியும். ஸோ இட் எண்ட்ஸ் வித் அ ஃபுல் ஸ்டாப். அப்படி ஒரு கரெக்டான பர்ஃபெக்டாக ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ் முடிகிறது தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்கிறோம்? டிக்ளரேட்டிவ் சென்டென்சஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். அசர்ட்டிவ் ஆர் டிக்ளரேட்டிவ் சென்டென்சஸ். ஸோ திஸ் சென்டென்ஸ் எண்ட்ஸ் வித் அ ஃபுல் ஸ்டாப். இது எப்படி முடியும் அப்படின்னா ஃபுல் ஸ்டாப். ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ் பர்ஃபெக்டாக முடிஞ்சிடும். இதுதான் இந்த சென்டென்ஸை சொல்ல வர விஷயத்தை பர்ஃபெக்டாக சொல்லி முடித்து ஃபைனலாக ஃபுல் ஸ்டாப் இருக்கும். அந்த சென்டென்ஸ் தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்கிறோம்? That sentence we call it as assertive or declarative sentences. This sentence ends with full stop. This sentence ends with full stop. Second one is imperative sentences. Imperative அப்படின்னா என்ன சொல்கிறோம்? This sentences contains commands, request or instructions. ஏதோ ஒன்று சொல்ல வர, ஏதோ ஒரு இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் பண்ணோம், இந்த சென்டென்ஸ் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் பண்ணோம், இல்லை கமாண்ட் பண்ணோம், இல்லை ரெக்வஸ்ட் பண்ணோம், அந்த சென்டென்ஸ் தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்கிறோம்? imperative sentences. These sentence also ends with full stop. இந்த சென்டென்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்கும்? இதுவும் எண்ட் ஆகும்போது ஃபுல் ஸ்டாப்பில் தான் எண்ட் ஆகும். ஒன்று கமாண்ட், அதர்வைஸ் ரெக்வெஸ்ட் ஆர் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸ், மூணுமே இந்த சென்டென்ஸில் சொல்ல வரும். ஸோ இம்பரேட்டிவ் சென்டென்சஸ் ஒன்ஸ் கமாண்ட் ஆர் ரெக்வெஸ்ட் ஆர் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸ். திஸ் சென்டென்ஸ் கண்டைன்ஸ் கமாண்ட், request or instructions. This sentence ends with a full stop. Third one is interrogative sentences. So interrogative sentences அப்படின்னா, interrogative is nothing but interview. Like that you have to imagine children. So interrogative is nothing but interview. So interview எடுத்தா நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? Question. They will ask the question. So this type of sentences makes a question. This sentence asks the question. It ends with a question mark. This sentence ends with a question mark. So interrogative sentence ask a question. This sentence ends with a question mark. So next we move on to exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentence. This sentence shows or express the strong feeling. நம்ம சொல்ல வர விஷயத்தை எப்படின்னா ஒரு வந்து ஸ்ட்ராங்காக ஃபீலிங்ஸை நம்ம எந்தூசியாசமாக வாவ், பியூட்டிஃபுல், கலர்ஃபுல், வாவ் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா? ஒரு எக்ஸ்ப்ரெஷன், நம்ம ஜாய்ஃபுல், நம்ம சந்தோஷத்தையும் நம்மளுடைய ஸ்ட்ராங் ஃபீலிங்ஸும் எக்ஸ்ப்ரெஸ் பண்ணுறது தான் எக்ஸ்க்ளமேட்டரி சென்டென்சஸ். திஸ் எண்ட்ஸ் வித் அ எக்ஸ்க்ளமேஷன் மார்க். எக்ஸ்க்ளமேஷன் மார்க் அப்படின்னா இப்படி இருக்கும். எக்ஸ்க்ளமேஷன் மார்க், திஸ் இஸ் த கொஸ்டின் மார்க் அண்ட் திஸ் இஸ் த ஃபுல் ஸ்டாப். Okay children, exclamatory sentences ends with a exclamation mark. So there are 4 types of sentences: assertive or declarative sentences, imperative sentences, interrogative sentences, exclamatory sentences. Now we move on to the book exercise children. See the book page number 2. So book page number 2, make sentences to show the 4 different types of sentences. Make sentences to show the 4 different types of sentences. See here, assertive is otherwise called as, what we teach you now? Declarative sentences. Assertive sentence is otherwise called as declarative sentences. So assertive. So your book you are having only assertive, exclamatory, imperative and interrogative. So you have to write these answers. So assertive, I am 10 years old is a fact, is declaring something. I am 10 years old. So you have to write this sentence ends with a full stop. You have to put the full stop here. Okay children. So after that leave a finger gap and write children. Write your handwriting very neatly and clearly. So next B1 is exclamatory. The question is exclamatory. Exclamatory it shows the strong feeling. It expresses the strong feelings. So what a beautiful palace. What a beautiful palace. This is ends with the exclamation mark. It ends with the exclamation mark. Exclamation mark is nothing but ஆச்சரிய குறி சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, ஆச்சரியமாக நம்ம சொல்லுவோம் எல்லாமே. So next one is C, imperative sentence. Imperative. So imperative na miss enna sonna ipo, command, request or instruction. So here request, please give me your pen. Please give me your pen. So this sentence also ends with full stop. This sentence also ends with full stop. So D, interrogative sentence. So interrogative is the question here. So asking the question. Okay, interrogative is nothing but asking the question. What is your name? This is also a question, isn't it? So this sentence ends with the question mark. What is your name? This sentence ends with the question mark. Clear children? Yes children, now we move on to number 2. The page number is also 2, the Roman number also 2. So write whether these sentences are assertive. Assertive is denoted as A. Imperative IM is denoted as here, is denoted as IM. Interrogative IN or exclamatory E. So using this sentence we have to identify the sentences. Thank God I found my lost dog. Thank God is an exclamatory sentence. So we have to put E here. So for the exclamatory we have to put E. When do you go to bed usually? When do you go to bed usually? This is the question mark sentence. So we have to put IN, interrogative. This is the interrogative sentence. So we have to put IN. C, stop talking now. Stop talking now. This is the order. This is the command sentence. So we have to put here IM, imperative. For that imperative, just now I say it, isn't it? IM. So D, I am 10 years old. I am 10 years old. For this is the assertive or declarative sentence. For that we have to put A here. Next one E is, a rainbow has 7 colors. A rainbow has 7 colors. This is also an assertive sentence. For that we have to put A. Why did you go out? Why did you go out? This is the question mark. This is the interrogative sentence. For that we have to put IN. For that we have to put IN. Yes children, now we move on to phrases. See here, a group of words that does not have a subject or a verb is called a phrase. So a group of words does not have a phrase or a verb. So subject or a verb is called a phrase. A phrase makes some sense but not a complete sense. ஏதோ ஒன்று சொல்ல வரும் அந்த phrase அப்படின்னா, அந்த sentence அப்படின்னா ஏதோ ஒன்று சொல்ல வரும் பட் கம்ப்ளீட்டே ஆகாது. ஏதோ ஒன்று சொல்ல வர்றது அந்த sentence எப்படி இருக்காது, கம்ப்ளீட் ஆகாது. ஸோ a phrase makes some sense but not a complete sense. அந்த சென்ஸை ஃபுல்லாகவே முடிக்க முடியாது. ஸோ அந்த சென்டென்ஸ் நம்ம என்ன சொல்கிறோம், phrase. A group of words that does not have a subject or a verb is called a phrase. So a phrase makes some sense but not a complete sense. Make some sense but not a complete sense. So here we are going to see the book exercise. See here, write whether these are phrases ஆர் சென்டென்சஸ். ஸோ கொடுத்துருக்க இந்த சென்டென்ஸை இது ஃப்ரேஸா இல்லை சென்டென்ஸாக நம்ம ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ண போகிறோம். ஸோ ஃப்ரேசஸ் இஸ் நத்திங் பட் ஹியர் வி denoted as P, sentences we denote as S. In the book page number 4. So the A1 is, first one is in the pond, in the pond. See here there is a sense but it is not a complete sense, isn't it? ஸோ இங்கே ஒரு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க பட் இது என்னென்னு தெரியல. இந்த பாண்ட் அப்படின்னா இந்த பாண்டு போகிறாங்களா வராங்களா பாண்டுக்கு எதுவுமே கொடுக்கல இல்லையா. ஸோ கம்ப்ளீட்டே ஆகலை சென்டென்ஸ். ஸோ தட் இஸ் அ ஃப்ரேஸ். ஸோ வி ஹாவ் டு புட் P here, okay. So B1 is the baker was busy in his bakery. The baker was busy in his bakery. So here the complete sentence. ஸோ இதுங்க வந்து ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ் கம்ப்ளீட் ஆகிடுச்சு. ஸோ வித் த ஃபுல் ஸ்டாப். ஸோ வி ஹாவ் டு புட் ஹியர் எஸ். இங்கே நம்ம இது சென்டென்ஸ் இது. ஸோ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம் இங்கே எஸ்ன்னு டினோட் பண்ணுறோம். நவ் ஆஃப்டர் சி ஸ்மாலர் தேன் அ டாட். Smaller than a dot, what? Nothing. Here we are not having the full stop. This sentence is not complete sentence, so we have to put here P. So now D, in the following month. So இனி வரப்போகிற மந்தில் நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போகிறோன்னு இங்கே கொடுக்கல. In the following month அப்படின்னா so it is not a complete sentence or complete sense, so we have to put here P. So and E, the weaver was designing a saree. The weaver was designing a saree. ஸோ நெசவாளிகள் இல்லையா அந்த சாரியை டிசைன் பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்னு கொடுத்துருக்கு. ஸோ ஹியர் இட் ends with a full stop. So it is a complete sentence. For that we have to put here S. For that we have to put here yes. See here children. So first one, in the pond, phrase P. The baker was busy in his bakery. S. Sentence. It is a sentence. For that we have to put S. Smaller than a dot. It is a phrase. For that P. In the following month, phrase P. The weaver was designing a saree. It is a sentence. For that we have to put here S. Now we move on to number 4. Complete the sentences with suitable phrases from the box. Suitable phrases from the box. These are also in the page number 4 children. So here the options are given. See the option children and adults. The first option is children and adults. Second one, on her broom, on her broom. In the evenings, some soft drinks. A great scientist, a great scientist. They given the 5 options here. We have to choose and write here, children. My uncle, the first one is, my uncle is a great scientist. Select it from the option box. A great scientist. We have to write here a great scientist. After completing a, leave a finger gap, great finger gap, scientist. Write clearly children. After finishing this is a sentence, okay, completing sentence. The witch blew on her broom, blew on her broom. So after finishing one word, leave a finger gap and write. Third one is the C. The air hostess served us some soft drinks. The air hostess served us some soft drinks. D1 is dash we are taught yoga and meditations in the evening. Here the answer is in the evenings. In the evenings we are taught yoga and meditation. So E1, scorpions and snakes frighten both children and adults. Children and adults. Here the answer is children and adults. A1, for A the answer is a great scientist. B, on her broom. C, some soft drinks. D, in the evenings. E, children and adults. Clear children? Yes children, now we move on to number 2, subject and predicate. Subject and predicate. The part which tells us about the person or the animal doing the action is the subject. So என்ன சொல்ல வருதுன்னா ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ் it tells about the person, animal or doing the action, செய்கிற வேலையும் ஸோ பர்சனையும் இல்லை ஆனிமல்ஸையும் குறிக்கிறது தான் என்ன சொல்கிறோம் சப்ஜெக்ட். அபவுட் த பர்சன் ஆர் த ஆனிமல் டூயிங் த ஆக்ஷன் இஸ் த சப்ஜெக்ட். ஸோ ப்ரெடிகேட் இஸ் the part which tells us about the subject. Subject here about the person or the animal, and in the predicate it tells about the subject. Subject என்னவோ அதை பற்றி சொல்ல வரது தான் predicate or the action done by the subject. செய்கிற here doing the action here action done by the subject வந்து என்ன ஆக்ஷன்லாம் பண்ணுது அப்படின்னு சொல்ல வரது தான் predicate. Understand children? The part which tells us about the person or the animal doing the action is the subject. The part which tells us about the subject or the action done by the subject is the predicate. Clear children? Yes children, in the book page number 5, now we are going to match the subjects with the correct predicates. So here the subjects are given, here the predicates are given. So for the A, hummingbirds. A, hummingbirds. So see here, can fly backwards. Hummingbirds can fly backwards. So in the book you have to put here A. So for matching the subjects with the correct predicates. So number B, Mount Everest. Mount Everest is the highest mountain peak in the world. Is the highest mountain peak in the world. C, honesty. C, honesty is the best policy. Is the best policy. For that you have to put C here children. D, empty vessels. Empty vessels. For empty vessels, here the answer is make the most noise. Make the most noise. For that you have to put here D. The mice. The mice. E1 is the mice play when the cat is away. Play when the cat is away. Here you have to put E. Kolkata. Kolkata. So for the answer is known as the city of joy. Is known as the city of joy. For that you have to put here F. Grandmother. Grandmother has grey hair. Grandmother has grey hair. For that you have to put here G. These students are shouting as the teacher is absent. These students are shouting as the teacher is absent. For that you have to put here H. Penguins cannot fly. Penguins cannot fly. I you have to put. The tiger is our national animal. J is our national animal. So for that J. So here see the answer children. B, H, I, J, G, A, E, F, C, D. Clear children? Yes children, now underline the subject and circle the verbs. In the book exercise page number is 6, underline the subject and circle the verbs. Subject underline பண்ணனும், verbs circle பண்ணனும். So first one A, up went the kites. Up went the kites. Here the subject is the kites. Here the subject is the kites. For that you have to put the underline here and circle the verbs. So went is the verb here. So went you have to circle, the kites you have to underline. Up went the kites. The kites subject, went is the verb. So now B, Birbal was very wise and intelligent. Birbal was very wise and intelligent. Here the Birbal is the subject. Birbal is the subject, is a person's name, isn't it? So for that we have to underline Birbal. Was is the verb. So you have to circle the word was. C, Aesop's Fables is a book to be read by all. Aesop's Fables is a book to be read by all. Here the Aesop's Fables is a name. So for that you have to underline the subject. Is a verb. So for that you have to circle the is. D, Alice found herself in the secret chamber. Alice is a name. So for that you have here the subject. So for that you have to underline the word Alice. Found is a verb. So circle the verb. Okay children. See here went. You have to circle. The kites you have to underline. Was you have to circle. Birbal you have to underline. So see Aesop's Fables underline is a circle. D, Alice you have to underline. Found you have to circle. So found here circle words are verb. Underlined words are subject. Now we move on to number 2. Underline the predicates and circle the verb. The same here. Here we underline the subject. Then the first one we underline the subject. Now we going to underline the predicates. Okay. The same, the circle the verb here also. So A, the fairy blessed the honest woodcutter. The fairy blessed the honest woodcutter. Here the verb is blessed. Here the verb is blessed. The honest woodcutter is the predicate. The honest woodcutter is the predicate. So for that you have to underline the word the honest woodcutter. You have to underline the word the honest woodcutter. So B, King Arthur's bravery is admired by all. King Arthur's bravery is admired by all. Here is admired is the verb, by all is the predicate. By all is the predicate. So you have to underline the word by all. Is admired, you have to circle the word. Now see, the Kalinga war taught Ashoka valuable lessons. Kalinga war taught Ashoka valuable lesson. Here the thought is the verb. You have to circle the word thought. Ashoka valuable lessons are the predicate. You have to underline the word Ashoka valuable lessons. So D, proud and beautiful was Cleopatra. Proud and beautiful was Cleopatra. Here the predicate is proud and beautiful. So underline the word proud and beautiful. Was is the verb. So you have to circle the word was. See here children, A, blessed. Blessed is the verb. You have to circle the word. The honest woodcutter is the predicate. You have to underline the word. So B is admired is the verb. You have to circle. By all is the predicate. You have to underline. So C, thought is the verb. You have to circle the word. Ashoka valuable lessons is the predicate. You have to underline the word. So D, proud and beautiful is the predicate. You have to underline the word. Was here is the verb. So you have to circle the word. Clear children? Yes children, I hope that you all understand how to write the English grammar. So have you learned about the English grammar, isn't it? So write in your book very neatly and clearly children. We will meet in the next class. Thank you children.